Welcome, everyone. We're going to do some guided meditation and a little bit of easy movement today. So find yourself a really comfortable seat. That might mean adjusting, wiggling in your chair, figuring out how am I balanced on the left and the right. And then asking yourself, am I balanced forward and back? Often we are leaning forward and we don't even know it. So think about getting your head over your spine and your spine over your hips. It might feel like leaning back slightly if you're not used to sitting up tall. And it doesn't have to be super rigid like a soldier. Relaxed shoulders, relaxed spine. And if supporting feels really unsteady today, put a little pillow behind your back, support your low back, make yourself as comfortable as possible so that you're not focused on discomfort and you can really relax your mind and get into your body. So thinking about the feet flat on the floor, maybe wiggling your toes a little bit. Maybe you rock the feet to the outsides and to the big toe side, to the insides, and forwards and back. And the same way we did with the hips, trying to find that balance in the middle, finding that balance where your feet are pressing equally on the toes and the heels and on the outside and the inside. And then your choice, whether you want your knees touching or whether you're more comfortable with the knees apart. But think about getting your knees above your ankles so that you're not knock-kneed or pigeon-toed, so that everything feels like it's in alignment, that it feels congruent, that it feels really comfortable. And then if you like, you can close your eyes. And if not, just lower your gaze, make your eyes go fuzzy. The goal is to get in touch with your body. How does it feel today? Maybe doing a body scan, checking in with your head and your neck and your shoulders and your arms, checking in with your torso and your hips, checking in with your knees and your ankles, and breathing into any areas that are tight or constricted, or if you're having any pain or discomfort, breathing into those areas and seeing if you can relax even 1%. Seeing if you can melt away any of that tension and feel what does it feel like to be in your body today. Because we are a different body every day. It feels different. Our emotions are different. Our cells are a little bit different. The energy is a little bit different. And that's to be expected. And our job is to just observe. And when the thoughts come, because they always come, we thank them for their arriving and we let them go on their merry way. So the goal isn't to stop the thoughts completely, it's to stop ruminating or focusing or hyper-focusing on thoughts. Because sometimes we can get thoughts that play in an endless loop, or thoughts that really worm their way that won't go away. And then we are immediately taken out of the present moment. So let the thoughts be like clouds or like bubbles. And when they come, thank them for arriving and tell them you'll think about them later. And then we'll get to the breath. Observing where your breath is in your body today. Can you feel it in the chest? Can you expand your ribs? Can you breathe into your ribs? Letting yourself become wider with each inhale and relaxing on each exhale. Breathing into the side ribs and the back ribs, like a big barrel chest, and letting it all go. And invite the belly along, invite your diaphragm to get involved in these breaths. Inhaling, let the stomach expand, and exhale, let it sink. Inhaling and exhaling. Take it at your pace, take it slowly. There's no rush. The slower we can breathe, obviously we want to starve ourselves of air, but the slower we can breathe, the more we tell our vagus nerve to to stimulate our parasympathetic nervous system. And the more we stimulate that system, it tells our body that we can relax, that we can rest, that we are safe, that we are cared for, and that we do not need to be in this state of hypervigilance. And it's the hypervigilant state that makes us have the stress response, that builds inflammation in our body, that keeps us anxious and worried. And we don't want any of that. We're okay. We're safe. Here we are today, breathing, inhaling, and let the stomach rise, let the chest fill, let the ribs expand, and exhale, let the stomach sink, let the intercostal muscles between the ribs relax. And then I'm going to offer you a mantra today. And so today's mantra, it has 4 parts, and it comes from the Kundalini tradition. And sometimes it's nice to count with your fingers. So the mantra is Sat Ta Nama. And we can put Sat with the thumb and the index finger, Ta with the thumb and the middle finger, Na with the thumb and the ring finger, and Ma with the thumb and the pinky finger. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And this mantra means I am that, or I am truth, or sometimes it's translated as truth is my essence. And it is about being the most sincere, earnest version of yourself. Sat Ta Na Ma. And this is, you can say this out loud, or you can say it in your mind. It's really up to you. And it activates our chakras, it moves our energy, and it allows us to tap into our higher consciousness. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute and recite either, like I said, out loud or in your mind. You can use the mudra, if that works for you, putting your thumb to each of your fingers as you recite Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. Sa, Ta, Na, Ma. And then at the end of your next recitation, bring the breath back to normal. Let go of any mudra. Maybe open and close the hands, or interlock the fingers and roll out the wrists. Take a nice deep inhale in, the biggest breath of the day, and sigh it out the mouth. And we'll do 2 more like that, inhaling through the nose and sighing out the mouth. 1 more in your own time. And then wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe bring a bit of movement into your body, dropping the chin to the chest and looking up towards the ceiling. Dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. And dropping the chin to the chest to come around to bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. And maybe rolling the neck slowly all the way around in one direction. And then back in the other direction. And coming back to a nice tall seat, looking to the right, feeling a gentle stretch on the left side of the neck, looking over the right shoulder, and then slowly coming back through center and looking over the left shoulder, feeling a gentle stretch on the right side of the neck. Breathing slowly, gently, easily. And coming back through center, and if you like, maybe doing some seated cat-cows, looking up and tilting the pelvis forward, and then bringing the chin to the chest and curving the tailbone under slightly, and matching it to the breath, inhaling to look up, and exhaling to look down. And you can match this to the mantra as well. Sa, ta, to look up. Na, ma, to look down. Doing a few more in your own time. And then we'll come back to a nice tall seat and shake out the shoulders. Maybe roll the wrists or the elbows, or do some shoulder rolls if that feels good. What feels good in your body, and do that. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing or what anyone else is doing. Find what feels good to you. Don't worry about what you look like. Worry about what does your body need? What is it asking for? So often we deprive ourselves just because we think we'll look weird, or because we're doing something else, or because we're very busy doing something important. It only takes a couple minutes to just stretch it out, feel into the spine, into the hips, maybe taking a twist here using the opposite hand on the opposite thigh, feeling into the spine. Breathing in to sit a little taller, and exhaling to twist. And slowly coming back through center and coming to the other side, using the opposite hand on the opposite thigh, inhaling to sit up a little taller, and exhaling to twist, twist, twist. And coming back to center, inhaling and exhaling. Where do you feel the breath now? I am truth. Truth is my essence. So asking yourself, what is my essence? And visualizing, what is it that you stand for? What is it that you know? As we go through a body scan. So if you like to close your eyes, you can, as always. And if that doesn't feel right for you today, you can lower your gaze, make your eyes go a little fuzzy. And thinking, we'll start from the toes and work our way up. What is the essence of your feet? Thinking deeply about the toes, the essence of the ball of the foot on the right and the left, and the arch. What does it do? What does it feel like? The essence of the heels on the right and the left side, and the top of the feet with all of their many bones and tendons. the essence of the right ankle. Maybe you press the right foot into the ground just a little bit to get that feedback. What does it feel like? And relax. What is the essence of the left ankle? Pressing the left foot ever so slightly into the ground, feeling that resistance. And then working your way up to the essence of the shin and the calf. They say the calf is the second heart. So maybe you gently flex the calf on your left side, lifting the left toes a little bit and relaxing. And then feeling the essence of the right shin and the right calf. Maybe flexing the right calf slightly and relaxing. And then focusing on the right knee. What is the essence there? What does it feel like? How does it work? The kneecap and the back of the knee. The tendons that connect the lower leg to the upper leg. And the same with the left kneecap. The essence of the back of the left knee. And all the tendons that connect the upper left leg to the lower left leg. And then bringing the attention to the left thigh. And thinking about the essence of the big muscles in the top of the left leg. The front and the back. Maybe you flex them gently and release. And then thinking about the essence of the right leg, the right thigh, and the back of the right leg, maybe flexing on this side. And release. And then thinking about the essence of your right hip, maybe pressing into the right hip, letting the left hip raise slightly. And then pressing into the left hip, letting the right hip raise slightly. Thinking about the essence of your hips, of how they connect your upper body to your legs, how they protect your organs. And then thinking about the organs, your stomach and your gut, your kidneys and your liver, the essence of all of these functions that you don't even have to think about, that your body does for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They know their essence, they do their job. The essence of the lungs and the ribs to protect the lungs. The essence of the heart and how it pumps thousands of times a day the blood through every vein and every capillary, every artery through your body, bringing nutrients, bringing oxygen to all of your cells. And the essence of your spine that protects your spinal cord, giving some extra love to the spinal cord and all the messages that the nerves send from the brain to every part of the body. Having some self-compassion, having some self-love, and bringing the attention to your shoulders, to the shoulder blades, to the left and the right. Maybe very slightly moving the shoulders up and down or forward and back. And then bringing the attention to the right upper arm, maybe flexing and release. And the upper left arm, maybe flexing gently and release. Thinking about the essence of the left elbow, how it connects the upper and lower arm on that side, allowing you to pick things up. Thinking about the essence of the right elbow and connecting the top and the bottom of the arm on that side. And then bringing the attention to the right wrist. Again, maybe bringing some very gentle movements into that right wrist, the right palm of the hand, the back of the hand, and all of the fingers that make up the hands. There's lots of bones, just like in our feet. The index finger, all of its joints, and the middle finger, all of its joints. The ring finger's joints and the pinky finger's joints. Maybe open and close the hand. What an amazing thing that we can grasp and hold and pick things up. And then bringing the attention over to the left wrist and the palm of the hand and the back of the hand. The essence of all of the bones, all of the joints and all of the fingers. The index finger and the middle finger, the ring finger and the pinky finger. Maybe opening and closing the left hand. Thinking of the essence of our hands being able to grasp and hold and write and carry, and having some self-compassion there. And finally, bringing the attention to the neck and to the head, to the jaw, maybe gently closing and separating the teeth, maybe wiggling the tongue around in the mouth, the essence of which allows us to speak and to eat. Feeling the air coming in the nose and out, letting the eyes sink into their sockets, the essence of which allows us to see and observe the world. Bringing the attention to the ears and any sounds that you can hear. And finally, inhaling from the toes to the crown of the head, and exhaling from the crown of the head down to the toes. And then when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes.